There's some spirits in here that just give me the best interactions with phantom meter focused devices. So we're going to look at the Phantom Meter 3. I really needed to show it off a little bit more because I don't believe there's quite anything else like it. The ghost meter, for those that haven't seen it, it will light up orange when EMF is detected, and then it can go into like a communication sequence where here we interpret 1 blink for yes, 2 blinks for no. The problem with these is they're pretty much obsolete, you can't get them, and they were getting broken and damaged up here at the asylum and we couldn't replace them. So a few years ago when I first went digital with my devices, I built the Phantom Meter, which was a little bit clearer to understand in that it'll light up blue when energy is detected. You ask a question, green for yes, red for no, and it just prints clearly on the screen. So I started working on concepts to create a device that is sort of more accessible and can be used by people with poor vision or no vision, and having a big focus on giving people information that's accessible about the device inside of the device. When you're doing a tour and you're not familiar with a piece of equipment, or maybe you've never even used something before, it can be a bit daunting or overwhelming. And also when I talk about my devices, I make them sound very complicated. I get a little bit excited about everything that's going on in the background, and I can kind of overcomplicate it.
Quantum phase, next spectral communication of radio energy devices.
Okay, so I think that this is just going to be
Calibrating magnetic data.
a great device. When it gets out there and more people are using it, I'm really keen to see what the results are going to be.
Calibration success.
So when you first switch it on,
the device is now reading the ambient magnetic data and will alert to any anomaly detected.
I don't even really need to tell you what this thing does. You just need to you just need to have the enhanced speech on, and
Battery level 100%.
And it'll talk you through it. So again, the idea is that you don't need to be looking at the screen in order to control this. It has 3 buttons and that is it. The left button changes the mode, the middle button changes the sensitivity, and the right button can change the intensity of the speech. So speech enhanced is like full detail and guidance. Speech concise is just more prompt. Then it has a tone mode where it'll just beep, and then there's an option just to mute the sound completely, and that is because it also has a haptic feature function, so it can vibrate, and there's different vibration patterns that you can sort of use to interpret the responses.
Fractal mode is an aspect of the phantom phase score processing technique and is designed to interpret the intricate yet seemingly random patterns found in nature to enable a spectral communication. The ghost meter would return a simple blink determined as yes and 2 blinks for no based on a random sequence. With the PM3's statistic mode, I move towards a much more analytical approach. Statistic mode meticulously samples the surrounding magnetic field intensity 100 times every second. For each of these tiny moments, it determines the high and low peaks of the energy. The PM3 carefully analyzes these precise ranges. A significantly high field reading, for instance, is interpreted by statistic mode as a no. The thinking here evolved from that older concept. If no required twice the energy or a stronger signal on simpler devices, then a sustained strong field detected by the PM3 aligns with that more emphatic response.
Basically, I've got a magnet here, and if I bring the magnet in, it's going to trigger the device.
Multispectral energy, gender undetermined.
Okay, so it starts with determining the gender, and if it gets multispectral, it could mean that there's multiple spirits.
Our answer is yes.
Or it was unable to determine the gender, or maybe the spirit doesn't want to give its identity, and then it switches into the yes-no mode.
Our answer is maybe.
So when you get a response result, you can see the statistics at the bottom. It does give you a bit more information if you're the sort of person that's interested in reading a bit more about the event results that you're getting. Fractal mode is like identical in a sense that there's the possibility to get a yes or no or maybe response. It just presents a little bit different. Created a meter.
Next spectral communication detected. Ask your question.
Okay, and you can see if I move the magnet, it switches between yes and no, and it's actually doing that. If you look at the top, you can see the positive and the negative. it's actually determining the magnetic field as well, whether it's a positive or negative magnetic field. And I don't mean that as in a good energy or a bad energy. I mean that in a north or a south pole, because I've been interested in looking more into how this magnetic energy works, and I'm curious as to whether there's more results coming from negative field or positive field. That's just an observation and an interest I have myself. What you can actually see at the moment is there's now a gender meter that wasn't there before, and so the first thing it'll actually do is
Multiple spectral signatures detected.
determine
Proceed with questioning.
the gender, and then it goes into yes no mode. So now you'd be asking your question. That's why it said proceed with questioning.
Our answer is yes.
Okay, and there's lots of different voices built in just for fun. Okay, let that go back to where it was, and we'll try and trigger it again.
Another spectral event has been analysed.
Right, so that's another prompt to ask a question. You know there's a spirit available or a magnet in my hand at this point.
Our answer is maybe.
You'll see on the screen there that it says multispectral still. If there is no event for 2 minutes, it will reset all back to zero, like it will get rid of the gender identity. And that's kind of my thinking was, like, if you're having a session with a spirit, in my experience, sometimes they disappear and then they come back later, and they disappear and they come back later. It's almost like they go recharge or something. My thinking was that it's actually a good way to establish that you're talking to the same spirit. If, say, you get male presence detected, you're having a conversation with a male spirit, and then it disappears and then it comes back again, and it comes back male presence detected, and you can ask, am I talking to the same spirit? And it's just a little bit more sort of convincing and enjoyment.
Phantom Phase Devices, as always evolving, has recently introduced adaptive sense modes. The pm3 has 3 modes available to select by pressing the middle button. Roaming mode is ideal for active exploration, as it tunes the device to accommodate movement through filtering out subtle shifts, whilst remaining vigilant in alerting to significant magnetic events. Static Sense mode is specifically tuned for stationary investigation. When in static mode, the device becomes acutely attuned to the faintest of magnetic whispers, effectively transforming stillness into a conduit of sorts for profound sensitivity. Balanced Sense mode carefully weighs the magnetic variations, offering a blend of responsiveness and sensor stability, suited both to careful motion and static use.
Okay, so the front one's in balance mode, fractal. The back one's in statistic mode, in the lowest setting of roaming. There's the one that's in fractal mode. There's the one in statistic mode, and you can see that orange glow next to it is actually a ghost meter that's just lit up. Right, so they're both lit up now. So both of those ghost meters. So I don't... Thank you, Jen. And hello down the front. Can you just bear with me for a second? Oh, look at that. Both of them together. You see that? So... Are you alright to just bear with me for a second at the front there? So I got a no at the back, exactly the same as the one at the front. I don't know if you can actually tell that from here, that they're both actually running synced, and I don't build the ghost meter, and the ghost meter uses RF coils, and I use magnetic specific. Now, I must mention there's no power in this building, and my phone is miles away from that device. It shouldn't be affecting it, but there's every chance it could be. Right, so look at that. They're both going off together. I don't know if you can see that. This is why I come in the chapel. It's just brilliant in here for these phantom meters. That for synced responses, what I might actually do is just take you over a little bit closer.
Multiple spectral signatures detected.
Now, is it...
Proceed with questioning.
Do I have Edward down the front here?
Our answer is yes.
Okay, hello Edward. Edward, would you mind if I come a little bit closer than I normally do so that I can film this device a bit closer? Would that be okay? I'm getting a slow connection. There we go. I think you're back. Edward, is it okay if I come a bit closer?
Our answer is no.
No, okay, well I'm going to respect that because These guys are great in here, and I do usually operate from a distance. And to be honest, there's a magnet mount on this gimbal which could interfere.
Presence of multiple spirits is suggested. Consider directing your questions to them.
Right. Now I'm going to switch my torch for the laser grid, just for a bit more low light, because this is a good base to see things as well.
We cannot say.
Okay, so we're both lit up at the moment. I'm going to take a seat over here.
Further radio energy has been demodulated during the last spectral communication.
Okay, is that still you at the front there, Edward? We're going to have a chat now. So the phantom... strong... I got a no on the phantom meter and I can't say on mine, but they're running in sync. I don't know if you can see that. That's the evolution of the phantom meter now actually working well like the ghost meter, which was the intention. You see that? It's still going off again. So my device picked up again, exactly as the ghost meter lit up, the phantom meter lit up. It's hard to tell what the colours are, but you can hear the voice nice and clearly, I'm sure. And we don't have anything going on down the back there, not at the moment. So the orange glow that you can see there is the ghost meter. Is that Charlie? Is that you, Charlie? I think it's going to say no, because I reckon it's Edward. Ooh. Yes. Said yes with the one down the back. You see they've both lit up together at the back there. Is that you, Jen? Jen or... So thank you, Jen. She gave me a yes on... Can you give me a yes on the ghost meter as well? There you go. Strong yes. That's a synced response between both devices. Okay. And I wasn't watching how many blinks we got. Definitely something weird though, isn't it? There are two different, totally different devices in a sense of how they're sensing. Same concept of communication, yes, no. However, yeah, they're using totally different sensors, and mine just natural magnetic energy, but not that there is any electricity in this building. So let's see if we can get one more synced response. So I'll go for a little bit longer, and then I'm probably going to call it a night. Okay, so there's mine has gone off. Is that you, Charlie? Okay. So that was like a mid-range. If I was closer to it, I'd be able to see how close to a no or a yes response that might have been. Okay, so it's ended down the back there. I'm still trying to find out if that's you, Charlie, at the front here. Yes. Okay, Charlie. Are you able to touch the blue and the white lights for me? We've got energy back at the back there on the ghost meter, but the phantom meter had ended its session. Spirit back with us at the front. Can we get a synced response? Do you want to say something on both of them the same? Okay, see that? So we got a yes on the exactly the same time. We got a yes on the ghost meter as my device, the phantom meter went off. And then we got a no, which can't say again is mid-range, so close. I mean, they hit at exactly the same time there. The H2 out. Should get Horous out. I know tonight was about the phantom meter. Okay. Turn on Horous. We'll turn on diary.
Horous diary mode. Initializing the spectral communication channel.
Okay.
Multispectral energy, gender undetermined. Battery level 75%.
Oh, that was a big hit.
We cannot say.
I could see the meter on the screen moving. Unfortunately, you guys probably can't see that.
A male spectral signature is
Oh, we've got a male down the back. Is that the priest at the back there?
Yes.
Oh, hello. Hello, sir. Oh, look at that. Do you want to say yes on that orange device as well? The orange light, do you want to make that say yes too, please? Give me a nice synced response over 2 different devices. Thank you very much. I've got to say, anybody that does not have a PM3 is missing out on a great opportunity. Ooh, I just saw a massive black shadow at the back there.
multispectral activity detected. Proceed with questioning.
Oh, there was a horrible noise just out there. Near the door, near the way out, I just heard an awful noise and the energy's changed in here.
Our answer is no.
Have we been joined by another spirit who's just come in? Have I had another spirit just come in and join me? No, I haven't. Okay, that's good. There was a huge orb next to that. Whoa, again. Is anyone seeing a flash next to the orange light there that's blinking between the 2 devices? Oh, now my connection's going too. I tell you what, if you guys cut off at the moment when all this weird shit's happening, I'm not going to be happy.
Indications suggest a male presence. You may now ask your question.
Why am I here by myself? Am I safe? Am I safe right now?
Yes.
Thank you. God, there's some weird stuff shifted in here. It's gone really strange. We've been in this session for a while and it's all just changed since there was those noises just near the door. Can we get someone to talk through Horous, please? It's gotten a lot colder all of a sudden too. Jen, have I still got you down the back there?
There is still disruption detected to the base reading of magnetic field. Please ask another question.
Is that you, Charlie, at the front?
A male spectral signature is detected. Are you serious questioning?
Okay. So I've got Edward at the front and the priest at the back. Can you confirm? Right. Right, so the priest at the back. Did you see that at the back there? We had a synced yes. The phantom meter and the ghost meter went off exactly the same time. They both said yes. Can I get the same down the front there, please? So we got a strong yes at the front as well. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I swear, anyone that hasn't got the PM3 is missing out on a great opportunity if you are into using devices. It seriously is cool. Yes, all these yeses. This is great. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me a really great demonstration. I appreciate your efforts there. Why has it suddenly got so cold? Look at that, another synced response.
Consider directing your question.
The ghost meter blinked and mine went off. Can you say yes on my device to give us that sync response there? Strong. Oh, we're getting a no. Okay, so when we have a no. That was so confusing. I guess I asked for the yes first. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right, all's gone quiet again. Guys, suddenly.
Spectral communication.
Oh, Horous has gone off now. Can I have a name, please? Can you give me a name? Can I get a name, please? Let me just see if we've got a name. Ah, what are the chances of that? John. Brilliant. Have I got John at the front here? Can you confirm at the back for me, please? Yes. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you for giving me a name on request. And thank you for confirming it down the back there. Right, which one of you is going to get the cat ball first? It's competition time. Yes, you reckon you are?
Further spectral communication has been detected, which suggests that the current event sequence may have ended. Try asking another question.
Well, look at that. Synced no responses. They were absolutely spot on together then. I love it in here. It's the best place for testing devices. It's so good.
A male spectral signature is detected.
Look at that, synced again. Is that you at the back there, priest? We've got a yes on the ghost meter and a yes on the phantom meter. Did you see that? Synced responses. 2 different devices. One built by me, one by someone else. Excellent. Fantastic. Priest, are you able to come and move the cat ball maybe? If one of you could. There's 3 or 4 spirits in here at the moment. Do you think that one of you could, or maybe all together, teamwork, you could come and move this cat ball? Right, come on guys, I'm going to do this for a couple of more minutes and I'm going to pack up. So who wants to move this ball? It's all gone quiet. They've all stopped, look. Can we get this cat ball, please? Maybe a tap or a voice? Getting a few flashes around the room I can see. I'm going to point you to the back for a little bit because that's where I'm seeing them. It's a bit dark. Yeah, it is good strong energy. That's why I like coming in here, because it's great for testing my devices and showing them off. I really do enjoy it. We got one of you down the front there. I can see you lit up. Thank you. Can we have another response through Horous maybe to finish off with? Maybe you could... Great, thank you. Can you tell us where we are? Maybe you can give us a location. Because I know Chapel is in there. Do you want to find Chapel maybe?
No further spectral communication has been detected, which suggests that the current event sequence may have ended.
Yes?
Try
Great.
asking another question.
So I reckon Horous is going to go off in a minute. That would be a great finale, since as you've just confirmed twice that that's going to happen. Can you please set Horous off? I'm not sure why the red ones... Whoa, my fucking god.
Ask your question.
Who saw that? Who saw that? Far out.
Demodulating the current event.
Did anybody see that? I'm going to prove it. Is he ready? And there was a huge noise out there. So I heard that bang out there, and then this got pushed off, and it said, "Welcome, Mike." So whether Mike was a spirit that came in... I'm not sure why the red ones... Whoa! I'm not sure why the red ones... Whoa! Oh, thank you. Oh my god.